Welcome along, fellow time travelers. This time around, we are going to check out Old Fort, North Carolina. You're going to see some really disturbing images, many of which you may have never seen before. Before I begin, please like and share the show and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now let's begin our journey. I am walking through Old Fort, North Carolina. It's nestled in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, about a half hour or so east of Asheville. This is an awesome town. It is steeped in history and natural beauty. It was founded in the late 19th century, and it takes its name from a fort that was built in the early 1700s by European settlers to protect against Native American attacks. It served as a dividing line between settler territories and Cherokee lands to the west. The fort, though long gone, symbolizes the resilience and determination that the town has shown throughout its existence. The town's early economy was fueled by agriculture and later by the arrival of the railroad in the mid-1800s, which connected Old Fort to larger markets and brought new opportunities for trade and industry. The construction of the Western North Carolina Railroad through the area was a monumental event, solidifying Old Fort as a key stopping point for travelers and goods. Over time, Old Fort evolved into a close-knit community known for its historic buildings, charming small-town atmosphere, and surrounding natural wonders, such as the famous Catawba Falls. The town also became a gateway to Pisgah National Forest, drawing visitors eager to explore its hiking trails, waterfalls, and scenic landscapes. Despite its beauty and historic charm, Old Fort has faced its share of natural disasters, none more devastating than the recent impact of Hurricane Helene. As you know, Hurricane Helene was a powerful storm system. It wreaked havoc across this area, and Old Fort was not spared from its destructive path. As heavy rain began to fall, the rivers surrounding Old Fort, including the Catawba River, swelled to dangerous levels. Over the course of just a few hours, what had been a peaceful stream turned into a raging torrent, surging through low-lying areas and along the riverbanks. The storm triggered catastrophic flooding in the town, particularly devastating areas close to the river, which is what you are looking at right now. Homes and trailers situated near the banks were hit the hardest. Entire neighborhoods were engulfed by the floodwaters, which tore through these communities with little warning. Trailers and houses, some of which had stood for generations, were swept away or irreparably damaged by the rushing water. The river's rapid rise also led to mudslides, which further compounded the damage. Roads were washed out, making it nearly impossible for rescue teams to reach certain areas. Emergency responders worked tirelessly to help those trapped by the floods, but the sheer scale of destruction meant that many families lost everything. Old Fort's downtown, with its historic buildings that I'll show you another time, saw substantial water damage as the Catawba River overflowed its banks. Businesses, which had already faced challenges in recent years, were now left with the monumental task of rebuilding. But despite the loss, the town's resilience is evident in the immediate aftermath. I've been walking all over town, and community members have come together to help each other salvage what they can from the wreckage that's everywhere. The destruction is not limited, by the way, to just the buildings and homes. Infrastructure, such as bridges and roads, have been severely damaged. The economic impact of this disaster is expected to ripple through the community for years to come, as Old Fort relies heavily on tourism, which will likely see a sharp decline while the town works to recover. The hurricane has left Old Fort at a crossroads, a town that must once again rebuild from the wreckage left behind by nature. But, as history has shown, Old Fort is a community of strength and determination. Its residents have faced trials before, and this latest disaster is just another chapter in the town's long and storied history. Though homes were destroyed and lives forever changed, Old Fort will endure, rising once again as it has in the past, stronger, more united, and with the same spirit that has defined it for centuries. So, what do you think of the destruction of Old Fort? Have you ever been here? When the town recovers, do you plan on coming to visit? I really think you should. This is a beautiful place, filled with kind and decent and warm and genuine people. This is a town of hard workers. It's easy to look at these images and just see empty shells of former residences. But when I walk around here, I imagine seeing the people walking through their doors, leaving in the morning to go to work, and coming home at the end of the day. And children running around in the yards and in the streets. I imagine birthday parties, graduations, and all kinds of celebrations and happy events. You look at these homes, because that's what they were. They were people's homes. And maybe they're not as beautiful as the home you live in, but they were beautiful to the people who live there, because a home is more than just brick and wood and cement and metal. Home, as they say, is where the heart is. And so you can imagine people having breakfast here, coming home for dinner, listening to the same kind of music you listen to, watching the same TV shows that you like, getting dressed and heading out on a Friday or a Saturday to go to the movies, to see the same types of movies that you've enjoyed. This is a beautiful historic town, and I'm sorry that you're seeing it now, at its lowest point. But as you know, I'm going to keep coming here, just like other places that were devastated by the hurricane, and I'm going to show the evolution, and I'm going to show as they rebuild, and I'm going to show as it once again becomes the beautiful historic town that residents and visitors have known and loved for so long. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell because there will be more shows like this one, and I hope you check those out too. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. This channel is sponsored by campfireshop.com, where you could order the highest quality and exclusive candles, herbal supplements, teas, and more. Buying that stuff allows me to be able to come to places like this and shoot these kinds of videos. So please check out campfireshop.com. I would also appreciate it if you can become a member of my channel and or join me on Patreon, where you can watch exclusive walk-in tours of cool places that I've been to. You could also leave a super thanks in the comments below. Kindly be kind to all of our fellow earthlings and please do not harm them. Remember to show compassion for all living things. And please do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.